All right, welcome back. We have Sheriff Gore here with the San Diego County Sheriff's Department here to talk about a number of issues, including holiday shopping and how their department works with that. But first, we want to talk about something that happened last week that still is on everybody's mind.
First, welcome, Sheriff. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Let's talk about this amazing collaborative effort that included the SWAT team and the Sheriff's Department last week to take down that man who had his 4 kids basically held hostage on that overpass. What did it take to make that happen?
Well, it takes a lot of prior planning and coordination, as you pointed out, between California Highway Patrol, El Cajon Police Department, and the Sheriff's Department. It was very fortunate. If you recall from the news last week, we had a major human trafficking takedown in East County last week, that morning. So it was very fortuitous. We had our SWAT teams in the East County area, and it enabled them to respond to this situation very quickly. And then you have the fact that they do train together, they work together, they coordinate their SWAT activities. So I think you saw that in the video that you guys covered live. With all the bad publicity we've seen around the country with law enforcement recently, I was so proud of the effort by all the law enforcement here in San Diego County. You saw some of those military vehicles we've been criticized for, armored vehicles that were put into position to block his exit, and plus it allowed our tactical teams to move into a close proximity so they could make that assault on him without firing any weapons and rescue those kids and keep him from possibly jumping over the bridge.
Watching it from our end, that was a textbook display. Do you think that might be used in future training?
Well, I'm sure it's something they trained for in the past. You had these vehicle stops all the time on freeways. It was just fortunate we had these tactical vehicles in that proximity to where they could provide that cover for our tactical teams and prevent his movement from from escaping from that area and really isolating the situation. So I couldn't have been prouder of the joint effort, like I say, CHP, El Cajon, and our Sheriff's Department SWAT teams.
It certainly was a win for you guys, for sure.
Great piece of work.
Absolutely. Let's talk about this, the holidays here. Let's switch gears a little bit because, lots of people are going to be leaving, going out of town, but there's a really cool feature that the Sheriff's Department is offering this year.
We have a lot of great programs during the holidays, to keep people safe, shopping malls. But one of the things we're kind of focusing on this year is we realize that a lot of people travel for the holidays. I think the airline industry says 45 million people are going to be flying. So that's just the number of people flying. How about the people driving for holidays? Right. So you're going to be leaving your home unattended. If you live in the Sheriff's territory, you can call the station that serves your area and talk to our crime prevention specialists, and we will put you on what we call a vacation check.
And what is that?
Senior volunteers will go by your house while you're gone, check your residence, make sure there's no broken windows, nobody's left a package on your front step, newspapers aren't built up there that could maybe attract a burglar down the road, and just keep an eye on your property while you're gone. And
we mentioned this number once, and then we'll put it on our website as well, but it's 858-565-5200.
That's the main number, the main business number of the Sheriff's Department. You call that number, tell them I live in Vista, I live in San Marcos, wherever you live, and they'll direct you to the appropriate station to call.
And that's not all you're doing as well. You've got so many different areas where the Sheriff's Department helps out.
Every one of our stations has a program tailored to their particular area with the usual tips you would expect about being aware of your surroundings when you go into the parking lot. If you're buying packages, don't leave them sitting on the front seat of your car. Lock them in your trunk. Issues will be out with our Skywatch tower, which is a telescoping tower that can keep an eye on an entire shopping center parking lot to look for prowlers and people that might want to assault you and steal your packages. You just have to be aware of your surroundings. It's the main thing. We also have our You're Not Alone program, which I think is important to keep in mind in the holidays when our loved ones, maybe some of the senior citizens of our community, don't have family members around. We will make our stops during the holiday season. We'll take by Christmas baskets to these senior people in our community who don't have somebody to come in and visit with them. We'll stop by, make sure they're all right, spread a little Christmas cheer, and just check on them.
You have an amazing volunteer group, don't you?
The senior volunteers in our department are just truly amazing. We have over 500 of them, and they do an amazing job and make San Diego County a better place to live every day because of the work they do.
Well, Sheriff Gore, thank you so much for coming in, and thank you for all the good work that you guys are doing, and congratulations on